welcome to or back to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and on this channel, we talk about things dealing with astrology. And so lately, we've been talking about the Mercury placement in your birth chart. And so, if you want to find your specific Mercury placement in your birth chart, you can go to Google and type in free birth chart calculator, or go to AstroSeek or like Astro Cafe, and you'll be able to type in your information so that you can generate your birth chart. You'll need your birth day, time, and place so that you'll know exactly where everything is. But even if you don't know the exact time that you were born, you can get kind of a clue of where your Mercury placement is, but you may not know exactly which house it's in and what's your rising sign and all of that, because for that you need the time. But yeah, so excuse me. So today we're going to be talking about Mercury in Aquarius. So if you have this Mercury placement, most likely your sun sign is Capricorn, Aquarius, or Pisces, because Mercury always travels close to the sun. And also, Mercury deals over like the way that we communicate, the way that we think, writing and stuff like that. So if you do have your Mercury in Aquarius, you will more likely be somebody who needs intellectual freedom. You may not necessarily be a big fan of school because you want to focus on the things that you want to focus on when you want to focus on it. It's not like you'll be bad at school. It's just that you're not so crazy about focusing on what they're trying to force on you. You can also have a hunger for knowledge, showing that you like to learn, but you want to learn the things that interest you in particular. And you can have a very active mind. And also, if you have this placement, you want to pay attention to Uranus and Saturn, because Saturn is the traditional ruler of Aquarius and Uranus is the modern day ruler of Aquarius. So you want to pay attention to both of them. And if they're in place and like in signs that they, are comfortable in, then your Mercury will be able to express itself better. But if they're in signs that are not as comfortable for them, then you may have a little bit more of a challenge when it comes to, things that you want to express. Um, you could also be somebody who's interested in unpopular topics, things that everybody's not focused on all the time, because you're not necessarily one to always want to focus on what everybody else is doing or looking at the time. It's like you want to go to the beat of your own drum, which is a very Aquarian thing. Um, you want to improve things. You can definitely, see things from a different perspective than other people can. You can pick up on things that other people may miss, because you have a unique perspective. Not everybody thinks the way that you think. And also, you don't like, you know, how can I put it? Prejudices. Prejudice. You don't like prejudice. I'm just gonna say it like that. You don't like it. Not a fan of it. You would prefer for it to be gone, because you can't judge a book by its cover, and Aquarius definitely knows that. You can sometimes get too technical with something that you're interested in. You know, like let's say if you are interested in, I don't know, I'm just going to say a nurse. Let's say that you're a nurse and you're talking to some friends about some of the stuff that goes on at work, and you're using the medical terms for it. Everybody's not going to understand it. Everybody's not going to know what you're talking about, because it's getting a bit too technical, which, that's fine. It's just that whenever you're talking to people who are not in that same field of work or interest or whatever, you have to also realize that they're not going to know the same lingo that you know. You're going to have to kind of water it down a little bit so that everybody can intake it, for you to communicate this with them. You can sometimes also speak too quickly. So just think about using all of these words that people don't understand, or phrases or sentences or whatever, and then you're saying it really fast. So these people really won't be able to catch on to what you're saying, and it could be frustrating to you because it's like you're thinking I'm speaking in plain English or whatever language you may speak. It's like I'm speaking plain English and you are not understanding what I'm saying. Why is this? And it could just be because they haven't caught up to all that you're saying and they don't understand every word that you're saying. Um, excuse me. You could possibly like to observe other people, and you are not as quick to be manipulated by others because you will pick up on stuff that other people miss. So therefore, it's not as quick for somebody to be able to get one over on you because you can pick up on the signs. You like to do a lot of different things. So you can also be good at a lot of different things. So it's like whatever they could be trying to sell you or get you to do or whatever, you might already know about it because you like to, dabble in a lot of different things, and you also like to observe people. So you know when something seems shady. So that's a pretty good thing for the Aquarius Mercury. You also could be somebody who likes to solve problems. Like if somebody present a problem to you, it's like, okay, let me solve it. But also do be cautious when somebody is coming to you just to vent, because sometimes people don't want the problem solved. They just want to get how they feel out. But you might be the person who's like, if you got this problem, why do we not just go ahead and fix it? Why don't we just go ahead and nip this in the bud and call it a day? Everybody's not going to think like you. You have your own unique perspective. Everybody is not ready for that. So do keep that in mind. And also, one thing that's pretty cool is Aquarius Mercury are not quick to care about others' opinions. You have an opinion, that's your opinion, and that has nothing to do with me type energy. And everybody can use a little bit of that. But yeah, so if you do have your Mercury in Aquarius, I would just like to know, what all you resonated with. And if you feel as if I left anything out, just leave a comment below. Have a good one.